This
Would you like to
is.
do the honor?
Oh, hold on. Let me let me do
Okay.
a little intro, you fuckers. This
Say nothing.
is a supplemental for Thunder, Ice, and Everything Nice between Blossom and Helu, taking place in Leyland before they return to Neverwinter. I don't know where you guys are planning to start. I think it's in the tavern, or the inn that you're staying
Yeah,
at. Uh,
I
so,
think so.
yeah,
That sounds good to me.
that's the intro. I am going to mute myself, and you two can go.
Okay. Oh boy. Um. Yeah, I think it's still pretty early into our stay. At Leyland. Like maybe it's the first time after we meet part of Marcus's family.
Okay, like after the little remembrance festival.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we go back to our rooms and sort of just like sit and process. Oh, there goes the music. Rip.
I've
It'll
got
be
to
remembered.
loop.
There's some children screaming outside my window.
I can hear them.
Stop the recording, scratch it, redo it.
Okay, we're looping. Now you guys can keep going.
Thank you.
I think Blossom is sitting at like the simplest, like it's more of a bedside table with a chair in front of it, but she's been using it as a sort of writing desk and staring out the window at the rest of the festival as the sun starts to go down. Just staring very blankly out the window.
Yeah, I think Helu's probably taken the bed and uses that as a place to like have her journal out. Probably there's probably like a few loose leaf papers that she's writing on and looking through and sort of referencing as she journals and thinks. Um I just don't understand.
What?
I don't understand. He is a good person. He ran into a swamp to save a bunch of kids. Some he probably knew, others he didn't, but that. Why leave Leyland immediately after? Like, I get maybe not wanting to face the town in shame of not being able to save them, but it feels like there's something more that happened that forced him to leave. At least the one person we talked to seemed at least thankful for what Marcus did, didn't seem to have any sort of resentment.
Well, you saw the way his father reacted when we even mentioned we had heard of Marcus, much less knew him by name.
It felt different though. Like his dad, the disdain that his dad feels for Marcus feels deeper. Like it's been festering longer than, I don't know.
You think it's been all his life?
Maybe. Yeah. It. Hold on. And I think Helu would flip through her journal for a moment before, like, groaning in frustration. I tried to journal immediately after we found the discarded wanted posters. Marcus had said something about his family, but I was so angry. Ugh. His mom seems nice, though. Or she seems to at least miss him.
She seemed sympathetic, at the very least.
Hi, Stinky. Sorry.
Stinky is the cat that's taken up staying in our room with us as
So
emotional support.
Much to Helu's chagrin.
Mhm.
Maybe she might be able to tell us something more, although I can't imagine she'd talk about her wayward son to a couple of random chuckle fucks.
Well, we don't have to be random chuckle fucks. We could disguise ourselves into some people she might know.
That feels like playing with fire.
Well, we already went in there with disguises once.
Yeah, but what if we run into the people, who she may or may not know? And it's just like, doppelganger! Kill!
Well, here's an idea. If we're willing to risk it, we could go in as ourselves.
Oh,
Perhaps start off on a better foot.
maybe. Or at least talk to her mom. Talk to his mom. Alone. I'm worried, though. It doesn't sound like much news about us has gotten down to Leyland.
Exactly, so they wouldn't know who we were to begin with. We
Maybe.
just leave the bullhide cloaks behind and get something subtler.
I don't know. Maybe. It makes me nervous.
Helu, I feel as if there's some bead of hope, some possibility of understanding why Marcus chose the choices he did, if we can learn from his family.
No, you're right. You're right. And I do want to understand why he's done the things he's done. Oh, yeah. It's
Well,
just
if
frustrating when he's not open with us. Although,
I'm
barring your amnesia or lack thereeof anymore,
nothing's really come back, if I'm being honest.
oh, that sucks. Barring your amnesia, well, I certainly didn't want to say much. It's easier to forget than trusting strangers, I suppose.
Good thing you're not a stranger. If I could tell you any more, I would. But there's nothing more to tell right now. Except
How?
maybe one thing.
What?
When Marcus told me it, I wanted to believe he was lying, but deep down, I suppose I knew that it was the truth. That it might have always been true. Perhaps that's why the shopkeep knew me in the Feywild. Why Lady Chandria was perhaps so willing to help. Maybe why those things followed us in the woods for a week. I don't know. It's a new fact about my life that I don't think I'm ready to grasp yet, but it is nevertheless true.
And you know you're still Blossom, right? To me, at least.
For now.
Oh, fuck that for now business. People change. People are... I changed when I met you. Quite literally, I couldn't summon those weird jellyfish poofy things, whatever the fuck those are. But I'm still me, and oh gosh, there's this giant revelation. You're still you.
Helu, I love you like a sister. But what you went through, not including up until what you've been through since we all came together, and what I could go through, they are not the same.
But you don't have to face it alone.
I'm not afraid of that. Facing it. I'm afraid of the person who comes out on the other side. I don't want to be her, Helu. I want to stay me. I like being me. I like being me with all of you. I liked being me with Marcus, but it's all getting pulled away from me, and I can't stop it. It's going away too quickly.
Well, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But you're not going anywhere, Blossom. You want to stay you. You deserve to stay you. But you also have to fight for it. And you might not have the best way to fight for it now. You might not have the best weapon to fight it. But you will.
Thank you, Helu. And she takes your hand and squeezes it tightly.
Helu rubs a gentle, heavily calloused thumb over Blossom's hands and just sort of bonks her forehead to Blossom's.
I think. Should we go back out there and get some festival snacks? Should we turn in for the night?
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted, and I could do with girl dinner. I'm so sorry.
I'll go get some. I'll go get some cheese and bread from downstairs. And...
No, fuck you. I'm getting it.
Hello.
No, fuck you. I'm getting it.
Could you get some sausage too?
Of course. Naturally. The spicy kind, right?
Yes, and some peach jam.
Oh, yes, of course. And I was thinking, I know I swore off alcohol, but I could use a glass of wine.
White wine.
I'll get white wine for you. Because I love you. And I won't question your poor choice in wines.
Shut up! I'm a wine girl, bitch. On the same team as Taylor Swift. Fuck you.
Hello, mildly judging.
Taylor Swift. Oh, she was a friend of Nick Bottom's. It's fine.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
The famous bar. Okay.
The famous bar, Taylor Swift.
Oh my god. Yeah.
This is what happens when you meet yourself, Red.
I can feel her staring at the screen. God damn you. We'll come back after a few minutes with wine and a sad girl charcuterie board. Oh, that was so sweet, baby. You used to get a little leggy out. And I think start trying to make a timeline of Marcus's life. While also sort of privately jotting down notes of how to help Blossom and how to help her feel safe.
I think Blossom just spends the night finishing the bottle of wine, trying not to think about her troubles, just enjoying the time she has with Helu and their friendship.
Yeah.
I think they at some point move their beds, or at least Blossom moves her bed to the middle of the room so she can watch the horizon through the window when she's not trancing. Just watch the stars as they go past the sky. If it's not cloudy.
It's our supplemental. The stars are out.
Yeah.
It's a lovely night into morning.
Sorry, I just rolled a weather die. It's actually pouring all night long. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, I think maybe the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what DMing's like? This is hard. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, this is what DMing's like. We have to come up with our own things now. We have to be our own DMs.
Oh God, how? Ugh. um,
Now imagine that with a group of 5.
I don't
I've done
think
it
I
with a
want
group of 7.
I think I'm reconsidering running something for Monday Friday group. This is hard. joking. Hi, Stinky. Yeah, I think Helu would acquiesce to Blossom's desire of going about in their own forms. I was about to say their own skin, and that's just bad. Ooh, that's cursed. That's a new cursed word. See if they can't find down. Jesus. Oh. To find Marcus's mom.
Ooh, idea.
Yeah?
We go early in the morning to try to catch her at the market
Oh, yeah.
instead of in the store.
That's smart. I think also being just straight up with her, I think
Yeah.
bullshitting her is going to lead to not good things.
Mm-hmm.
My cat has found a toy, so I just see a disco happening underneath my desk.
Amazing.
This is fine. Anyways.
So I think we definitely leave behind our boarhide cloaks. Do we have any other like Banes of Thunder markings?
I mean, Helu carries around a halberd, so she might actually leave that behind to not fucking scare people.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's 6'9" and already pretty fucking scary looking.
Yeah.
So I think she would. She has a dagger. That's fine enough. But I think she would leave her halberd behind and leave the cloak behind. Other than that, I don't think we really have. Actually, I will keep on me out of paranoia the piece of the Neverwinter crown because that is not leaving my person unless
We
I'm
don't need
fucking
someone
dead.
breaking into our room and stealing it.
That would fucking happen.
Yeah.
With our stupid ass luck, yeah.
With our like negative passive perceptions between the two of us.
Fuck you. I have a 16 passive perception.
I think Blossom is also going to go out for the first time in her summer form.
Ooh, pretty.
Which is very green, like very dark, like oak leaves, at the height of summer, very green, like dark green. A few hints of yellow in the fabrics. But still the signature golden laurel.
Very pretty. Oh god, I just remembered Helu probably still has brown hair from dyeing it.
Oh yeah.
That's something I can't change.
I mean, Helu, if you want, I can change it for you.
No. Hi, Addie. Nah, I think this is sort of the one thing I'm comfortable hiding. Like the one white hair is very noticeable. I'm fine with it being brown.
All right. Sounds good. Now we better hurry before all the good supplies run out.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't really know how normal markets work, so might take us longer to find her.
Possibly. Probably a bad idea, but split up and then I can message you or you can message me.
Marco Polo it, yeah. It'll be fine.
All right.
And this is
Sounds
the
good.
part where I can step in and help. Because you'll be talking to an
Yay.
NPC.
DM
Yeah.
We don't want to do it anymore.
Help us, Jen, please.
Help us, magnificent DM.
So you all head
Oh
down.
God Almighty.
You all head down to the Leyland Market, closer to the water, where of course, among other things, there's fresh fish being sold, having caught that morning, along with hi kitty, uh, merchants passing through that might be on their way to Neverwinter or might be on their way south to Waterdeep and beyond, that have set up shop, local blacksmith, that sort of thing. It is not as crowded as, say, the Neverwinter Market would be. It is, the morning is where most of the people in Leyland do most of their shopping, so there is a sizable crowd, but this is still a relatively small-ish town that it's not overwhelming. You guys can roll investigation checks.
Oh shit, we're actually rolling. Fuck. I didn't bring my dice out.
I'm gonna DM.
Could
That's
I
what
argue
it's gonna happen. Yeah, you can do perception.
Could I argue perception? Awesome.
I'm gonna find the
Oh.
right d20 for this season.
Hmm.
Investigation, you said?
13?
Ooh, 16 or investigation, 16 or dirty 20 perception.
Oh, thank God.
So you got a dirty 20 perception. What did you get, Helu?
13.
Okay. Yep. So you're wandering around. Helu, I think you're a little taken aback by the sights, the sounds, the smells of a market. I think, besides being a little bit a lot, it is still kind of charming. So there's a bit of distraction. Shiny stuff that catches Helu's eye, weapons and armors being sold, and that sort of stuff. For Blossom, while you may not have a lot of memories, the chaos of the market isn't really much to you at all.
Hmm.
You
Interesting.
you
Yeah.
felt at home in the Feywild, where the markets there were obviously a little more fantastical. That the Leyland market
Mhm.
is, it's almost relaxing. um,
It's just another day in town.
yeah,
It's like a Sunday stroll through the
yeah.
park.
But you are able to spot the woman who introduced herself as Marcus's mom. Again, she is a human individual.
God, what's her name again?
Naveen Blackblood.
I did write. There it is.
She is again a human individual with dark hair pulled back into a low bun. She's got, she's middle aged, so she's got the wrinkles starting to set in. Um, she's got a basket on one arm, partially full of like groceries, and is looking them over. Are you guys in your seeming forms again?
Nope, we
No.
are as ourselves.
All right, all right.
We're semi covert, but not under seeming.
Okay.
Yeah. Helu dropped. Doesn't have her halberd. Nor are either of us wearing our boar cloaks.
Okay, so you're relatively normal looking individuals, besides being a half orc. Besides being
And an
besides being a, like, 18-20 strength barbarian.
Yeah.
So, a brick wall of a person and an Eladrin elf, which is very rare among the Sword Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is fine.
I imagine we hear a bunch of comments of like, when did they come into town? I didn't see them at the gate. When did these two show up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
pretty
just
much.
Like there's already rumors.
we're just pointedly ignoring them.
Must have come in
Mhm.
this morning, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like
No,
at
they're
the
not
crack of dawn.
wearing. They don't have a lot. I wonder where their stuff went.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys,
Yeah.
you guys
Did they already get a room?
But yeah,
I guess we'll have to.
you do see Naveen.
I'm going to keep an eye on her and then try to message Helu from 120 feet away. Helu, I found her. Come over to the citrus fruits stand on the south side of the market. I don't know if it's close enough to catch Helu, but
I think you hear briefly. What do you mean? This is basically just rust. It's all rust. You want me to stab something and give it 10? What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be right there, Blossom. You are a crook, and and I think that's when it cuts off.
It's a very irate blacksmith telling you to just fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off yourself. You're soon enough I meander. I get to the citrus stand. Hi. Where? Oh, there she is.
before we approach her, Helu, how do we want to go about this? I'm a little nervous to just say, "Hi, we're the Veins of Thunder. We know your son." I don't think that's how we should start this all out.
Maybe we say, hi there. My name is Helu. Your name is Blossom. Maybe have a moment of your time in private, please.
All right, that's good.
It's like polite, and asking her, like giving her a choice to step aside with us, and if she tells us to fuck off, then I guess then we get
Then
into
we
more
kidnap
detail.
her.
No. I do like a little very gentle bonk on Blossom's head. No, we just say we know her son, the Banes of Thunder. We just didn't want to fucking tell everyone in the goddamn market our business. We like some moments every time.
Okay. I don't know if it was obvious, but I'm really nervous now that I'm seeing her again, and the idea of, just us approaching her about Marcus and what we were saying the other night, and
You want me to do it? I'm fine doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
You just stand there and look cute. Like, hello, my name is Blossom. Nice to meet you. Come on, let's go. It'll be fine.
All right, fine. And we approach.
Yeah, you approach, and, she's like chatting amicably with a merchant. And as you approach,
excuse me, Mrs. Blackblood?
she turns and there's like that bit of a startled look seeing you, who is just a big old square.
Yeah, Helu would be like Helu arm's length away, like very aware that she is large and intimidating, giving space to small human woman.
So she turns, she goes, "Oh, good morning. Do
Good
I
morning.
know you too?"
Helu's face does like a thing. It's like the
I'm gonna slightly elbow Helu to keep talking.
It's just like shoo Blossom a little bit. Sort of. My name is Helu. This is my friend Blossom. We were hoping that we could speak to you in private, possibly.
Roll make a persuasion check.
Oh God.
Oh, can I just try to look non-intimidating to help?
No.
As
My intimidation is my +5 into intimidation is working against me because I am built different. Oh no!
Oh no. I don't.
A 4.
Oh god.
She looks a little hesitant, and looks at two of you and goes, "What is this about?" And the merchant there is like, starts looking around.
For like guards?
Potentially?
Oh Jesus.
You rolled a 4 on a persuasion check.
I know.
I mean, yeah, Blossom has disadvantage on all charisma
I
checks.
know. That's why I took.
I'm not gonna be any help right now.
It's your stupid fucking hat. I swear to God. I think Helu, sort of sensing the tension, is just like, we don't mean you any trouble. We're a part of the. It like covers the side about trying to at least have a little bit of privacy with this fucking merchant right there. We're from the Bates of Thunder. We're friends with your son Marcus.
At you saying Marcus's name, there's the sort of like the tension sort of partially eases, and she goes, "Oh, you're friends with Marcus?
Yeah.
Start with that next time, please."
Oh. Okay.
Then she turns to the merchant. She says, "I'll be fine. It's all right. I'll be fine. It's broad daylight." And then we'll approach you two. And she
Yeah,
goes,
we're perfectly harmless.
No,
Mhm.
we're level 9 adventurers.
Yeah, really. We could raise this town to the ground if we so wish.
All it
Anyway,
would take is a couple fireballs. I mean, what?
we're not doing.
If things go wrong, we'll just raise the town again. It's fine.
Justin
I like the
somewhere.
again.
Why am I suddenly nervous?
Well, it's been raised once before. Who knows if it was Titania the first time too? We don't know.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm terrible.
You're all right. But she approaches and she goes, let's walk." Or unless there was somewhere you had in mind.
Honestly, I didn't think we'd get this far.
Blossom just slightly tilts the fedora.
Oh.
I
Says,
shove
"Oh,
Blossom.
sweetie, that is very unflattering."
Tell me about it. I can't
What do
get
you
it
mean?
off her.
It's a fantastic hat. I
It's
love this
ugly.
hat.
It's so ugly.
Helu, you could at least lie to me.
No.
As long as you enjoy it. But
Thank you, Mrs. Blackblood.
But you said you knew my son. How is he?
He's alive? We'll start with that.
We
Alive is good. I was wondering if he was safe.
we
That's
don't know.
that's the complicated issue.
We're hoping for your help, actually. We don't. I met your son, about 6 months ago. This is also me, the player, being like, there was Feywild shenanigans that happened.
Yeah.
So is it closer to
months
8
ago.
months or 6 months? Helu is gonna say 6 months.
All right.
Ignoring Feywild time. And we've been traveling together around Phandalin for a lot of that, but and I gesture to myself and Blossom, we don't really know him. And found out some things recently that were very upsetting. And we're a little angry at him still, but I think at this point we just want to understand.
Well, then, I can do my best, but it has been around a decade since I last spoke with him at all.
I guess what we're looking for is what was he like as a kid, as my age, that sort of the relationship he had
Well, I
with the rest of your family.
missed much of his teenage years, but he was, how do I put this? He was very good at talking to people. He did many favors for the people of Leyland. Uh, sort of built his own system here when he was younger. Many liked him, which of course it was a delight to see, but he didn't hesitate to get on the bad side of a few people here and there. And then he met that half-hand, and, well, I don't know. He would disappear into the mare every so often. But he always came back safe and sound. I just wanted to make sure that he grew into a good man. And he seemed to be. I mean, he was hailed as a hero in Leyland for a time before he left.
How soon after that did he leave?
Not long after. It was only a few weeks, few months. Seemed like all the praise he was getting might have been too much, or that Half Hand had something of an opportunity for him in Neverwinter.
Do you know
Did his
where Half Hand came from, or do you think anyone knows where Half Hand came from?
Give me just a moment. Hi, Cat. Thank you, Cat. Let's see. He was just a traveler from the high road. Came from the south. Everyone knew him as a smuggler. One of those local, well-kept, well-known secrets.
Right.
I guess Halfhand saw that Marcus knew many people in town and thought he'd make a good protege. Figured it was better Halfhand than his own father.
Why do you say that? I mean, we
At
got the
the,
sense that
yeah, at this she sort of heaves a big sigh and she says, Lawrence always had trouble looking at Marcus as anything other than a betrayal. I married into the Blackbloods, so it was never of importance to me, but the Blackbloods have a bit of a legacy. And Marcus being born as a tiefling threw much of that legacy into question.
Oh,
Lawrence never quite forgave Marcus for that.
but he was just born like that. He didn't have a choice.
I know that. He could never. It was too much for Lawrence.
What did he do then? Lawrence, I mean, your husband.
He didn't really do anything, and that was sort of the problem. He sort of froze Marcus out, drove him away from the shop, as much as I tried to counter it.
And his siblings? Sibling?
Holly. Let's see here, hold on. Holly, she's older. She's the oldest. I don't, her feelings towards Marcus have always felt complicated, so she's better to ask, of course. Um, they seemed like they get along on many occasions, but others, she seemed to, um, well, Lawrence instilled in her many of the same values about their legacy that he held.
Hmm.
She wants to take over the shop, but Lawrence seems to only treat her as a child.
Do you have any other children?
No, it's just Holly and Marcus.
Oh, oh, okay.
Before he left, did Marcus mention any deals he made to you? Any contracts that he might have
No,
made in town before he left?
no, nothing of the sort. The
Hmm.
last I'd heard of anything from him after he left was his bounty poster, which you can imagine was quite a surprise.
No, or yes, we can, actually. It's part of the reason why we're here. It
I find it
caught
hard to
us off
believe.
guard.
I find it hard to believe that he really did any of that. At least
Like,
not the
I
darker
think,
stuff.
honestly, I think she sees that Helu does believe it, or at least there. Because Marcus did confirm to us that he did all of those things.
Right.
And I think it would play on Helu's face
Which she
before she could really stop it.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
she sees that, and she seems to stop and look at you and go, "Did he?"
like you said, it's been 10 years since you last saw your son. Long time for things to change.
At that, there's sort of a bittersweet, almost pained expression. She goes, "Oh, Marcus, Oh, I wish he had come home.
I think part of the reasons why he was because of what he was doing. Mrs. Blackblood, he's done a lot of good, especially for me and Blossom and people handle. It's sort of why, also again, why we're trying to figure him out. I've only known him 6 months, and we never really talked about our pasts. It was hard to. Um, oh, I think, and I look at Blossom, I think we've hurt him by saying he hasn't changed.
I think you might be right.
But he has changed?
Far more than you could ever know.
Mrs. Blackblood, your son helped us kill a dragon. He
You're not you're
is.
not serious. A dragon? Was that white
I
dragon that
am.
was...
Yes.
It passed over Leyland a few times and then it stopped. That was you all?
Yeah. It was us.
Well, thank you. And it terrifies me to think that my son might be fighting dragons, but
We promise not to make a habit of it. One is enough for me already.
I am glad to
enough
see
for
that
a
he has
lifetime.
I'm glad to see that he has friends by his side willing to fight a dragon with him.
We haven't been very good friends of late, if I'm
No.
being honest.
Well then, as a parent, I urge you both to apologize.
Helu fucking blushes to her ears. just the like. Okay.
I won't pretend it has been a long time since I've seen him, so I can't really get upset at you both because I don't know the full situation. But as a parent, if you have done something to hurt a friend and you are truly sorry, then you should truly apologize.
I think I'd like to. Where could we find your daughter at this time of day?
Well, Holly usually spends most days at the Blackblood shop. Um, she runs it when I or Lawrence are busy.
Right. I look at Blossom. Should we talk to her too?
I think it might help get a little bit more context on how he was feeling before he left.
Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Blackblood, for talking with us, and sorry for startling you.
It's all right.
If you have any questions you wish to ask us, we'll be at the inn in town for Probably until the end of the 10-day.
I was going to ask if after you talk with my daughter, if you could come see me again. I would like something to. I would like to give you something to pass on to Marcus. Just to
Oh,
let him know that I'm
of
still thinking
course.
of him.
Of course.
Anything.
I'll need to go through his room, see what I can pass on.
Yeah, of course. Take the time you need.
Thank you.
We'll we'll let you get back to your shopping.
Thank you both. It is a gift to receive news of him. He's my only son, of course.
When we find him again, we'll be sure to let him know that there is still someone back home who loves him dearly.
Thank you. She turns after bidding you both goodbye. And turns to continue to her shopping. Just as a note, one of the things that Justin gave me about her is that in terms of overall personality and demeanor, it seems that Marcus might resemble his mom a little bit.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck Justin.
Justin, from like 3 weeks before you hear this, fuck you.
Justin, I swear to God. Hold on, I need to make a note of that. Hold on. Editor's note.
Yeah, I have here
Yeah,
in this document Justin provided me, her sense of empathy and communication skills were definitely passed on to Marcus, as in terms of overall personality and demeanor, he resembles a younger version of her.
Oh my God. Shut up.
But you all can head to the Black Blood Elixir.
God, how do I spell demeanor? Hold on. Don't tell me I'm Googling it. There it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you return to the Black Blood Elixir, the shop. You've been there before. It has that sign of a potion with, it's a hanging sign with the potion bottle on it, and a like black liquid painted inside. Um, but you can step back in. It is a familiar sort of alchemy shop. There are shelves of ingredients as well as potions, as well as tools and alchemy kits. Um, and last time you were here, it was both Lawrence and Holly at the counter. This time it just appears to be Holly Blackblood.
Fuck yeah.
She
You don't have
Hell
to
yeah.
convince Lawrence to fuck off.
She is again a human girl. She's got the similar sort of dark hair, kept in a tight braid, and tied up in a way as she works with potions and ingredients. And she works on grinding something.
No one else is in the shop, right? Like I can't hear anyone. I don't know what the shop looks like on the interior. If there are like shelves that people could be behind.
No shelves. It is relatively small. So like customers essentially remain within eyesight of the
That's
apothecary at all
smart. Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
But yeah, she looks up as you enter and she goes, "Oh, good morning. Welcome to the Black Blood Elixir. How can I help you?"
Hi. Out of character really quick, is Helu taking point again?
Um,
I can.
probably
I
because
don't
I
mind.
still have disadvantage on all my charisma checks.
Oh, that fucking hat!
The fucking hat.
The
Like
fucking hat!
I could cast friends, but that might be seen as poor. So
Let's not.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go up. Still like giving room. Hi.
Hi.
Hmm. My name is hello. This is my friend Blossom. We are taking Naveen's advice. We are friends with your brother. We were hoping you could tell us about him, about his childhood. Just ripping the band-aid right fucking
Yeah.
off.
She's like,
Yeah.
she doesn't seem weird. It's like she's giving you that sort of deadpan look, cause she's like she's in her like mid to late 20s, and she's like, uh, can I ask why? Sorry, most people
That
don't walk in here asking about my brother
no,
unless they're
that's
trying to find him
fair.
for the bounty.
No, we're not trying to find him.
Your
Okay.
mother actually sent us to you.
Oh, all right. And that's what she's saying. Yeah, sure. Ask what do you want to know?
uh Helu thinking, man, maybe I should have written down some like questions on a note card or something. This is awful.
What
What
was Marcus like before he met Halfhand?
Oh, all right. Starting there.
Beginning's usually the best place to start.
Yeah, I think the word would be precocious. I'm not really sure. Hard to describe your little brother like that, but he was always running around town. Was really not around the shop that much, but seemed to get along with as many people as he could. Was happy to run favors. Happy to do favors in exchange for more. Sort of a quid pro quo. Was always kind of impressed and annoyed at how he did that.
what are
But he was
your
he was
feelings?
smart. Um, he was a smart kid. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. Um what was your relationship like with him?
At that, she seems to take a deep breath, and you can see there is something like regret on her face. And she goes, I'll admit that my relationship with him wasn't the best. I loved him, don't get me wrong, he was my little brother, but he kind of. My mom won't admit it, but Marcus has always been her favorite. And while he was never my father's favorite, it was in my father's disinterest in him that made him pay more attention to Marcus, if that makes sense. Always on edge whenever he would come back, which uh, meant that I I was a kid too.
You always got the short end of the stick.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do feel sorry for him. Dad really didn't treat him very well.
Did that ever bother you?
Well, yeah. I mean, he caused Mom a lot of anxiety because he was always going off and doing his own thing. Um, so I didn't like him for that, and I didn't like him for uh, the shame that he would bring our dad. But that might have just been because Dad was always a little intense about the family legacy.
Mhm.
I'm older now, so I've had a bit more experience and perspective.
How much do you remember of how he acted after coming back from the mayor and with after he became a hero, to quote?
And that she kind of laughed. She goes, "Yeah, yeah, hero's one word for it." I I don't. I wish I knew. I wish I had been closer with him to ask because he seemed far away. Um, he never seemed quite comfortable with the thanks. He seemed like something really affected him that day. He was gone for a lot longer than usual that day. Mom was half out of her mind with worry. Kids had been going missing for weeks beforehand.
What
And
made him decide to go in there and stop it? Do you know?
I don't know if he meant to. He and that half hand had been going into the mare for I think years at that point, or a few years. Half hand's a smuggler. We all knew that. So it was obvious that Marcus was learning the ways of a smuggler, and he would go into the mare and come back. And then one day he took longer than usual. And when he did come back, he seemed shell shocked.
I think I trade a glance with Blossom. Um,
Did he leave anything behind?
a note, or did he have any normal hangout spots?
Ugh,
Any friends he talked to recently before he left?
I mean, the only friend he seemed to talk to with any regularity was Half Hand, who left with him. Um, but no one else really seemed to know where he went or what he was doing. His room, his room is still as it was. Mom doesn't want to clear it out.
She'll be later. She'll be passing some stuff off to us to give to Marcus.
Yeah,
When we see him next.
that doesn't surprise me.
Do you mind if we go up and take a look for ourselves? We won't take anything unless your mother gives it to us, I promise.
She looks at the two of you, like gives you a long, sort of calculated look before she goes.
We just want to know him better.
Give me a second while she rolls something. She looks at you as you say that,
Rip.
Blossom. She just looks at you and she goes, "Oh, I think I get it."
God damn it. She fucking clocked me. Fuck.
Assigned girlfriend and sister.
yeah. This is his sister.
God damn.
She rolled like I don't have a stat block for her, so I'm kind of just going off vague sort of thing. She rolled a 17 on the dice, so I was like, yeah, she clocks that
Yeah.
shit. It's like,
Yeah, deception 10 deception at highest.
yeah.
I think Helu just like looks away and like does one of those snicker coughs, like trying to cover it, like.
Shut up, Helu.
It's a little funny.
Yeah, she gives you a little grin. She goes, "Oh, I get it."
It's complicated at the moment.
I can tell by the way that you two are asking these questions.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Anyway,
Uh,
he's falling back on old ways. But last we saw him, he was alive and healthy.
He's done a lot of good. A lot of good. Especially for the people in Fandolin. He stood with us to kill the fucking dragon.
A
I
dragon?
know.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to know. That's his business. I'll take you to his room.
Thank you.
If it makes you feel better, he spent most of that fight staring at a wall.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
If I ever see him again, I am holding that against him. Thank you.
He was so angry about it afterwards. He was so angry about it afterwards.
Oh, I'm so holding that against. I'm so using it against him if I ever see him again. And she leads you like into the back room. She does quickly like lock the front door while she's not in the front, and up into the apartment part of the shop, and and his room does appear to be sort of tucked away from prying eyes. One of the farthest rooms in a corner. And she opens it. It's there are heavy red curtains over his window, which cast a warm, sort of almost amber glow that bathes the room, and this very soft, comforting light. It's very clear that it hasn't been used in a decade, but there's very little dust around, which says that it's been cleaned quite regularly, but still left as it is.
Mm-hmm. If I've learned one thing from Sedge about learning about a space, it's look for a diary.
I will help.
She
Can I do a diary search?
Well, hold on. I have some more descriptions to do.
Okay.
Yeah, Holly leaves the door open, steps back, and she goes, "Call me if you need me. I'll be, just downstairs." But as you look around, you see that against one wall there's a small wooden table covered in a mosaic of colorful glass tiles. You can see there is a collection of old alchemy instruments. There's mortar and pestle. There's a brass alembic. There is a small shelf, a collection of tiny corkstop bottles. Little drawings on the labels. There is like a book there that appears to be a journal of some kind. In another space, there is a desk, a sturdy oak piece adorned with clutter of books and papers. There is a stack of letters on the surface, as well as an assortment of alchemical texts that appear to be fairly worn. And above the desk there is um, a painting portraying a younger Marcus standing beside um, who you can assume is Half Hand, judging by the fact that the hand that's on Marcus's shoulder is missing a few fingers. You can see the
That's
painting
the name,
captures
Half.
captures a moment of shared accomplishment with both figures wearing very knowing smiles, standing on their little dinghy, weathered, beaten. But you look around.
What it
Now, really quick, Marcus is about 21, 22.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
And this was the thing about the thing about the cult,
he's like
or what happened in the mare.
he's like maybe 13, 14 in that painting, at the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I just sort of connected the dots of he was like
He
12
was
when this
a
shit
t-
happened.
He was younger than Helu when this happened.
Yeah,
when he
he's
ran
like
away.
Yeah.
13 or he's like 13, 14 at most in his pictures.
Yeah. What does Half Hand look like? Is he human, elven,
He is.
orcish,
Let me see.
halfling, dark hair, light hair? Any
No,
scars?
he's human. Wearing like a weathered leather jacket. He has a very like um what's the word I'm looking for? He's got a lot of scars on his face, which sort of gives it this like weathered, gruff appearance, where you can see that he might have been handsome once. But he's human. He's got brown hair that's scruffy, like long and shaggy, sort of a deal. Um, yeah, he looks weather beaten.
Hmm. I'm sort of memorizing Half Hand's face as best I can, in case we ever come across him.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're looking around, you can make an investigation check.
What is your investigation? Because mine is a +1.
Mine is also only a +1.
All right, should we do a separate one or if someone gets advantage?
Uh,
wait, I
let's
have
do
the
it-
clockwork.
Oh, the
I'm
clockwork
gonna do it.
amulet.
What?
Yeah.
God,
I
forgot
also
about
have
that.
Bend
that's
Luck, which I can add a D4 with
I'll
2 sorcery points.
I'll give you, because I'm looking at the clockwork amulet. It's only when I make attack rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will give you the advantage.
Okay, so advantage. First roll is a
Wait, hold on.
5.
Didn't Jen say there was like a journal on his desk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
his
highest
diary does.
the highest was the 5.
Oh god.
Which I'm gonna use Bend Luck
Mm-hmm.
to add a D4. Because right now the total is a 6, but I need to find a D4. Wait. No, I couldn't use Tides of Chaos because I already have advantage. Oh, it's a 4! So that makes it a 10 total.
10's what you needed.
Yay!
Confirm.
You
Yeah.
you look around, and yeah, there is that journal on his like potion desk, on his little like alchemy corner. Which Helu, you can like look over that as Blossom is continuing to search. You over at the desk area, there is of course his bed, but like a quick check under the bed, under the mattress, under the pillow reveals nothing. You do discover, as you're like looking through the drawers of the desk, there is what appears to be a false bottom that is slightly like cracked and open a little bit. Um, that otherwise wouldn't be visible if it weren't like like partially open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take my knife and just kind of pry it open gently.
Mm-hmm. And underneath it, you do find it looks like another book, sort of dark leather, and just glancing through it, you can tell immediately that this appears to be a ledger of some kind. So things like the written things that you find in here, there's a journal, There's a stack of letters on his desk, and then there's this hidden ledger.
Oh boy. I'll leave the ledger to Blossom, but I'll look through the alchemical journal,
Yeah.
and the letters on the desk.
Yeah. The journal is relatively simple in what it is. It appears to be uh, years of successes and failures as he attempted to teach himself the family's craft. Um, there are things, there are instructions for potions, for certain effects, drawings of ingredients and what they do and what they're used for. um, they he's got in there somewhere like this little symbol that he has drawn means like this, like a little phoenix drawing is for a healing elixir, or a crescent moon is for a sleep aid. Um, so this is what that work journal is. It just appears to be his, as he taught himself,
Mm.
alchemy.
And the letters on the desk?
Yeah. On the desk surface, there appears, these are handwritten letters from various names you don't recognize. So, judging by like glancing at them, various townspeople, um, essentially thank you letters for his assistance and aid during times of need. You can see there's one that's like, oh, medicine delivery to someone named Marigold, or talking to Yoram. And then at the bottom, there are letters for um, the cult, the kids in the mare kind of a thing.
Are those opened?
Yeah, they're all opened.
Mhm.
The ledger uh, does appear to be a record of his smuggling activities. Jobs completed, clients served, favors collected. They're meticulously detailed, tracking underground dealings. If you want to make another investigation check for any details in the ledger.
I think I would look more towards the most recent entries.
Yep.
Like we wouldn't when we saw the statue, did it have like a date
Oh yeah.
of when? Okay, so looking for any entries after that date that Marcus and Half Hand came back from the mayor the last time.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes.
From Helu?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 12 plus 1 is 13. I'm going to use another d4. It's a 14 total.
Okay. 14. You're looking back towards the end, and yeah, uh the last few and the most recent entries in the ledger correspond with those dates. More specifically, as you look, it appears that there are bi-weekly regular trips to the Mare of Dead Men around the last 2 months of the ledger. And the last entry um, is about 2 weeks before the date on the statue.
Mhm.
Does it say if they were transporting any goods at all?
Um,
Or if there was any cash changing hands?
there's it's not so much cash changing hand. Let me check actually. Let me look at some notes. A lot of them say are mostly a collection of supplies and resources. Looks like they were delivering these to someone. Delivered to someone named Mr. Brightly.
Hmm.
Let's see here.
Have I ever heard that name through Lord Stoneman?
Nope.
I'm assuming no.
Nope.
Okay.
But otherwise, there is cash trading hands, it appears, money being paid to Marcus and Halfan to deliver these supplies and these resources. Nothing about the resources themselves stick out,
Hmm.
just the regularity of them and the fact that they're all to a Mr. Brightly.
Does it say where they sourced these goods?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It was just a request of delivery from Mr. Brightly
Yep.
to the mayor. Where Mr. Brightly received them. Okay. That's a little suspicious.
Yeah, I almost feel like he was giving supplies to the cult, and then it's a realization. It's like the same thing happened again in the
Yeah.
future when he found out that there was human trafficking involved. But I don't know if that makes if that makes sense unless Half-Hand snatched the kids and didn't tell Marcus. Because Marcus wouldn't have snatched the kids himself, I don't think.
Definitely not. I'm
Definitely not.
thinking these supplies were like food and like basic spell components for the cultist. I don't
Maybe.
think Marcus knew that his client was anywhere involved with the cult
Yeah.
until he found out that day and spent extra time in the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And again, we don't know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the resources do include food, water, leathers, clothing, um, stuff that would,
Mm-hmm.
like, you guys haven't camped as often as you have.
Something you would expect a small growing settlement to order from out of towns.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like a cult.
Those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it, Marcus.
Yep. Is there any, I know there probably wouldn't be, but is there any indication, like any sort of old map that would lead to like the drop points? Any mention of where at least Marcus would meet Half-Hand?
Nope.
Damn.
The only sort of clue you have for that is the painting itself.
Interesting. Could I pick it up and...
It is a full oil painting hanging above the desk.
Oh, so like a full 5x3 painting.
I think so, yeah. Maybe a little smaller, but it isn't something that you could easily just carry with you.
Not scary, but I wanted to see
I
if there
can't
was
just
like...
throw it in my bag.
Oh, if you want
and
to, like,
sell it to the
if
next
you want to,
trader on
like,
the road.
this isn't Skyrim.
Um,
If you want to, like, pick it up and like look on the back, that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, I want to
Oh,
like look on
yeah.
the back, see if there's like hold it up to like the light, see if there's any sort of like secret messages. Invisible ink it, like
Oh yeah, can I do like prestidigitation or m- uh dancing lights to see invisible ink?
I'm not I'm not gonna have you roll anything
I will.
because as you try
Yeah.
that, it doesn't appear like there's anything like that on the painting. The reason
damn.
why I said the painting was the best clue was because it depicts Marcus and Halfhand standing in the boat
Mhm.
at a dock.
We could ask if the scene behind here is familiar at all. If Mrs. Blackblood would let us take the painting. Are we planning on fucking going into the mayor? This is where I feel like this is going.
I don't think. I think whatever happened in the mayor is done with. As far as
You
we
have
Yeah.
also
know, I
been
don't
warned
think
that the
there's any
mayor.
sense.
You also have been warned that the mayor in
It's-
recent years has been more dangerous. Has gotten more
Yeah,
dangerous.
we don't have
I think
any.
as long as we don't go into the mayor, we're fine.
Yeah.
I think if we wanted to explore the mayor, we should come back with the whole party.
Strong arm Marcus into telling us and showing us where the fuck happened. That would be mean,
No.
but
No, not even strong army Marcus, just like knocking him out, throwing him in the back of the trailer, and talking Sedge and Ylif into joining us.
Oh my god.
Just leaving Marcus behind.
we just fucking kidnap him. Better yet, we take
Yeah.
half hand too.
Oh yeah, like we could strong arm half hand.
It'd be easy. He looks pretty old.
Probably. He's only got half his hand.
Yeah. probably totally doesn't have, hidden daggers hidden in like his scruffy hair or whatever.
Oh yeah. Totally doesn't.
Totally doesn't. Yeah, I think should we leave the ledger behind?
I don't think we should take anything because I promised Holly that we wouldn't take anything, and I think that should include the ledger.
Yeah, that
so I
she
think
might be aware that it's here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like make a copy of the notes in my journal, and then put it back.
Yeah, what was the earliest date that Marcus started doing the smuggling?
Oh, good question.
So I at least could get like an approximate age. Hi,
see.
baby. That was very sweet. Oh no, we haven't even gotten this. There might need to be a supplemental part 2.
Okay. I think I didn't make a small addendum. Yeah, in the painting he's like 15 at most. He's somewhere between the age of 13 and 15. The earliest dates would mark around him being like 12, 13.
Okay. Okay. 12. 13. Okay. Yeah, I think then we put the ledger back, put everything as it was, and then leave.
Okay. Yeah, it's been about 8 years since he left Leyland.
8 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can- off. Yeah. I think with that information, we go back to the inn. I'm not terribly interested in talking to the dad. I don't think he'll tell us anything relevant.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Keep in mind that I believe partway through the week is when you got the message, is when you got the letter from Ylif and Sedge being like, come to Neverwinter.
Right, okay.
I'm hoping we get the thing from Marcus's mom before we get that letter, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
she said to come back later that day.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe we go back to the inn to like sort of wait, but I think, also good time for talkie.
All right. Yeah. Do you mind if we actually pause for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
In character?
I need to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, go use the
Okay.
bathroom.
Yeah, no problem.
I will actually pause the recording.
Okay.
Copy. Not a good combo for right before a recording session.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, the recording has been unpaused.
Woo!
Okay. So heading back to the inn for some lunch.
Yeah.
This is what, like 9 in the morning at this point? Really early?
Probably
Still pretty early?
closer to like 10 or 11 because it takes a bit to walk around town.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, early lunch. I think we just like go back upstairs. We were just sort of like, yeah, these are totally our rooms. You totally didn't give them to two other people who were strange.
See, we have the key. We have the key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are our
Yeah,
rooms. We
fine.
know where we're going.
Bye.
We walked down like this earlier today.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I
dark
think-
last night. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Teehee?
Teehee. Yeah, I think Helu just sort of like whumps onto her bed, and stares at the ceiling, just like, Marcus, what did you get yourself into?
Do you think he made his pact that day?
I'm starting to think so. Yeah, it sounds like his behavior just changed. It sounds like things were different afterwards.
And it sounds pretty similar to when he found out what Foxlow is running. Surprised he still trusted Halfhand after that.
Halfhand might not have been in the know. Someone else could have stepped in to grab those kids, or I don't know. Maybe if Halfhand snatched the kids, Marcus never found out.
You
Might
mean
not have wanted to think about it.
Halfhand did seem like more of a father than Lawrence was.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's something happened and he changed. Or something changed him. Maybe he was forced to flee if he made the pact. Maybe the patron forced him to leave.
Maybe Halfhand convinced him.
That would be safer.
That it's better in the big city.
Won't put his mother and maybe sort of his sister at risk with whatever the hell is going on.
Won't have to deal with the indignities of his father hating his guts every time he saw him.
God, his father's such a dickhead. Cat, what are you doing? Like, dads don't do that, right? Normal dads.
I wouldn't know. I know Falcon certainly never treated Pell that way. So they're hardly the best example of father and son. Come to think of it, I don't think any of us, besides maybe Sedge, had a good relationship with their parents.
And Ilef.
And Ilef, yes.
The two people who could give us examples of actually good dads aren't here right now. Oh, the irony.
Well, they're with Marcus, so
Yeah.
maybe he's the one who needs them more right now. That is, if he doesn't run off on his own.
Being dramatic. Well, okay, no, that's mean to say. We were also very dramatic.
Marcus is smarter than that. He wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't run off to Neverwinter and start like a one-man campaign against a Foxlow or something.
Yeah. Marcus is many things, but he's not dumb. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Justin in the future.
He's stupid, but he's not that stupid.
Yeah. We just have to trust that he'll not do anything stupid. I think at the thinking of not do anything stupid, Helu kind of bolts upright with a kind of horrified look on her face and looks at Blossom.
Is there something on my face?
No, but I think Marcus would do something that stupid.
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about it, and I've been writing, and I've been thinking about it, and this conversation just sort of reminded me that I had the thought that he is such a fucking idiot. Why would he do that? Blossom, on the hill, he had a knife in his hands.
You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you?
I don't know. But he looked
I saw him. He
so
was just watching
broken,
the sunrise.
and he had a knife in his hands. And he's older. Blossom, he looked like how he did when I first met him. Like his actual age again, and how he actually looked, except minus the green eye. That's new and weird, and probably from his asshole patron. I think he would do something that stupid. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, Marcus. Is there any way we can get in contact with Iliff of Sedge just to check in? Oscar, we could call Oscar and ask them about it. Make sure that he wouldn't try to do it again after we left.
Can the little snack thief even hear us?
I don't know. He's a fairy dragon. He might. I'm gonna start writing a short letter to Iliff and Sedge. It's like, hey, can you give us a quick update on how you guys are doing? We found some things out about Marcus. Everything's good here and made it to Leyland safely. Hoping that I can across the miles that separate us, summon Oscar.
That's a good question.
Because Oscar is currently with everyone else right now, and we don't get the note from him until midway through the 10-day.
I did want, when we first separated, I wanted to establish that Iliff and Blossom would send each other updates.
Yeah, which I do remember that.
Yeah.
So
we
I think
might just
hopefully it's just a matter of waiting for Oscar's daily message.
Yeah.
From Iliff.
And I think whether or not it's a daily message, he does at least like pop in to check on you guys, at least once a day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you write the letter, and I think a lot of it is that you can wait, if you guys want to keep talking, or eventually he shows up. But eventually, he appears, and it'll carry with it the message from Iliff, which is a general sort of check-in. Which, hold on. They, to be clear, Iliff and Sedge left to follow Marcus, like, immediately.
Yeah.
So this is, I guess the letter would be them on the road to Neverwinter.
Okay.
Okay.
Helu, internal screaming, having, oh gosh, this universe's version of Apollo's dodgeball of prophecy being smacking her right in the face. Further solidifying the, oh my god, Marcus is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Which we all knew deep down.
Mm-hmm. We love him so much, but good god.
Kid has no brain.
Yeah,
Which-
you can send your letter with Oscar back.
Mm-hmm. So apparently, Sedge and Ilef are chasing Marcus to Neverwinter.
What?
Apparently he is that stupid, Helu.
I was joking. We need to wait for a third time because this is the second time something like this has happened, and that's not. First, it was first it was the joke about and I gesture at Blossom. You know what? And now this? Are you kidding me?
Well,
Jokes.
we don't
Jokes
know
aside,
what he's going to do in Neverwinter, but
I
your
look
offhand
at her.
comment about him burning down a warehouse possibly might be coming true sooner than you think.
Oh, good.
If he really is as dumb as we think he is.
He looked devastated, though. Talking to you.
I'll be honest, I wasn't really looking at him so much as past him. Couldn't look him in the eyes. Perhaps I was scared that he was right. I didn't want him to be right.
He tried. I really hope I'm not misremembering, both in and out of character. We basically got the gist that Marcus told us about the promise, and that was sort of like the linchpin of how everything sort of fell apart, was getting the promise from Blossom.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
It
much.
was like he was trying to stop the promise.
By what? By killing himself?
I mean, I guess? I don't really know much about patrons or weird warlock magical lawyer contracts. But it makes sense. If you take yourself out of the equation, what's left? If you take yourself out of the equation, what happens next?
You'd hope the contract becomes null and void, but with a being as powerful as the bookkeeper, I doubt they would have let that happen. Especially with Queen Titania on their books now.
I don't know. I don't I don't know how I don't know how magic works, how deals work, how this shit works. I just hit things real good.
As Queen Titania is often an archfey, often makes pacts, probably with mortals, would there be any, like, passive knowledge I would have with at least the nature of archfey pact?
Make a history check.
History! What is that? So 14. I'm gonna use another bend luck. 16 total.
Okay, what information are you potentially trying to glean here about
The nature of warlock pacts, specifically Fey pacts, because that's what Titania would have the most knowledge of, but hopefully enough that it could spread to like the broad information that could blanket
yeah,
the general gist of warlock pacts.
yeah. So this information comes in sort of two parts. The first is that warlock pacts are, as you know, we know out of character, in exchange for whatever it is the promisee promises, they get powers in return. And the more they do in the behalf of their patron, the more powers they get. Sort of a reward system.
Mm-hmm.
Fey deals. The second part is Fey deals, which is that sort of, and this is like trickling in as best you can, your time in the Feywild as well as what you know about the Feywild, and some of it just feels inherent, strangely enough, is
Yeah.
that Fey deals, there's a lot of stories of people finding loopholes in wording alone, and that Fey deals tend to be very particular about wording.
Mm-hmm.
Tend to be very very particular, and thus, if you're clever, you can find your way out of them based on wording alone. Um, so Archfey Warlock deals would be somewhere between that. Which obviously, as with all Warlock deals, as with any deal of that type, what the patron wants varies based on patron to patron, which would be especially so with archfays, just because of how wildly different one archfey can be to another. But that the letter of the law is pretty important to deals. Sometimes the spirit of it, or it's more likely to say that usually the warlock is more focused on the spirit of the deal, and the patron is more focused on the letter of the deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in warlock deals, especially with archfey patrons.
Right.
So potentially whatever Marcus was trying to do that day, potentially he saw some loophole, or maybe he just hoped that his death would break the pact.
But also out of character, Marcus's patron is not an archfey.
No.
Yeah,
No.
but we don't know that. All we have is a name. But
your time in the Feywild, you've never heard of any archfey that would resemble the bookkeeper. On top of the fact that the creatures Marcus summons are obviously not Fey.
Okay.
Yeah, they're undead, which
undead, aberrant.
Mm-hmm. Undying.
Yeah,
Great Old One.
There is no
literally
way.
anything else besides infernal.
Yeah, they are not in any way Fey, nor are his powers, nor do his powers resemble anything like Fey-based things would.
And we saw a Fey-based warlock with Lycan, so we do have a
Yeah.
point of reference.
And you've met
However
her
brief.
patron.
Yeah.
And we've met her fucking patron.
Whatever Marcus would have done on that hill, I don't think there was any getting out of that result for him. No matter how hard he tried. No matter how hard he hoped.
But it didn't seem like he knew. And Helu will do, like, air quotes around who you actually are. It seemed like he was surprised and sad to tell you after basically pull it out of him.
I had no reason to pull it out of him until his fucking summon Schmeckles said something.
Schmeckles is fucking weird. That dude likes to stir the fucking pot.
God, I wish for the days Papyrus was here.
Yeah.
It was so much simpler then. I
Honestly,
liked Papyrus. He was quiet, but he knew how to do his job well.
I would even take Stinky over Schmeckles, and you know how much I fucking hate Stinky.
We all hate Stinky.
Yeah.
Schmeckles?
Fuck that dude.
Fuck Schmeckles.
Fuck Schmeckles. Fuck Schmeckles. Fuck Schmeckles.
Schmeckles, fuck!
Someone pounds on our door. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Oh, gods. Everything just got so much more complicated. We just left. Like a pair of fucking assholes.
A pair of children.
I mean, I probably would have punched him a lot if we stayed. And like, I don't really want to do that. I still feel bad after punching Lycan.
Wait, you punched Lycan?
Yeah, I punched Lycan in the face.
When?
It was around the time when we found the wanted posters like littering the road out by Dragon Barrow. We weren't there for that. Came back after. It was like right after.
So that's why you all was so quiet in the inn.
Yeah, I tried to apologize. She said some really confusing words of, if I was actually sorry or if I felt, something socially, required to. I don't really remember. It was weird and I was upset, so I just had to walk away. But yeah, that was the same time as when we found the wanted posters.
I see.
Certainly didn't help that we were attacked by a pack of coyotes. That was super fun. Ugh.
I thought it was Marcus told me it was bandits.
Huh? No,
When you
they're
found the wanted poster, it was brought by bandits who were attacking Marcus for the bounty.
what? No, it was,
Hello, are you all right? Are you seeing things?
I think like Helu would like hold her hands up. I think she's, oh, hi, cat. I think she's still like laying down, like back on the bed, towards the ceiling. Hello, cat. And it's just like looks at her hands like, I got all 10 of my fingers, or 8 fingers and 2 thumbs if you want to be technical about it. You're green and a little yellow, and I don't think I'm seeing things. Why are you seeing things?
No, I'm sane as I can be.
Yeah?
So okay. So when we were fighting in the woodland manse,
Yeah.
what did you think we were fighting?
A bunch of boars. A bunch of Gorthok's boars.
And when we fought Gorthak at the stone circle, what about then?
A lot of little Gorthoks. A lot of boars.
And the mines?
Uh,
Most
giant,
recently?
rats. Lots of giant fucking rats. Are you sure you're okay, Blossom? And I think like Helu would like put the back of her hand to Blossom's forehead. No, you're not like warm or anything. Can Eladrins get sick with the cold?
Hello, this isn't about me right now, this is about you. All of those instances I mentioned, those were people we were fighting, not animals, for the most part.
Blossom, oh boy, we're gonna need to talk to Sedge, huh? I've never
We sure
killed
are.
I've never killed a person in my life. I'll have you
Hello, I
know.
watched you cleave 2 orcs in half when we were at the tower.
There were wolves and bears there? Are
And
you
orcs
okay?
and ogres. You took on 3
No.
ogres by yourself.
Those were bears.
No, they were ogres. One of them nearly killed me. I ought to know.
Yeah, and I got fucked up by a bunch of bears basically punting me through a wall.
Helu, you are, and I mean this with all due respect, you are a large person.
Yeah, they
About the
were
size
big.
of a bear and about nearly half again as strong.
Those are
I
some
don't
big.
think a bear would be able to throw you through a stone wall.
There was an opening. They fucked me up. I was like, I don't want to get eaten by a bunch of bears, so I'm gonna book it.
They were ogres twice your size.
Oh. No, why are you being so insistent about this?
Same reason that, no, alright. The dragon
Yeah.
said there was something that happened when you touched the gem, right? I think I remember Sedge saying something about it. You had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, I felt like I was Cryovane. Like I saw all of us through his eyes. I was him for a minute. That was a dream, though. Probably, stress due to fighting a fucking dragon.
That's a fair assessment, but do you remember anything, any small details where we were talking to people before all the bears and wolves arrived? Or the were-rat, or the giant rats, or the boars?
I remember Marcus talking to the giant rats. He's able to talk to animals, and you guys were trying to get information out of it. You had tied it to a tree. I don't know why you tied a rat to a tree, but it stayed there, so I guess
Because it
was
wasn't
effective.
a rat, it was a were-rat with a weapon.
No? What?
Yes!
No! When we get back to Neverwinter, I'm dragging your ass to a cleric. What?
You can drag my ass halfway across the coast, but that will not change the fact that you refuse to see anyone we fought as anything other than a beast.
We haven't fought anyone. We've been fighting animals.
No. We've been fighting cultists and were-rats and ogres. And
Okay. Maybe you should lay down, Blossom. Like, I really don't know.
is there any...
don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, I think even Blossom could tell, like, genuine, like, Helu is being so earnest and genuine, like, genuinely believes they have not fought people.
Yeah.
That it has just been animals.
In a last-ditch effort, I'm going to cast Saving on myself to look like one of the Gorthox cultist orcs.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna roll to surge.
Oh no.
It's a 12. We're good. We're good.
Oh my god.
No surges today.
Alright, I feel like I know I need to roll a... I can't decide between wisdom or intelligence because Helu just saw you cast this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see if I have.
This is also me trying to work it out.
Yeah.
I also have. I almost wanna do like an Oscar interrupts thing. Like this is when
so funny.
the letter comes
Sure.
Oscar just sees this cultist half-orc turn to face him.
Yeah.
Hello, snack thief.
I think he pops back in and he has a letter from Ilif and he goes, things have gotten a little... Okay, first of all, is that Blossom?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know why she changed. I don't know. We're having a weird conversation. Hold on. Okay, snack thief. Let Ilif and Sedge know that Blossom seems to be... I think she hit her head or something.
Well, before that, and gives you the letter from Ilif detailing Marcus is maybe going off the deep end.
Does it mention the
Oh.
warehouse burning?
Yeah, I believe this would.
Oh no.
God
Helu, the new
damn it.
prophet of the sword cut.
I don't remember
God.
exactly what Eilif's letter contained, but it is a lot of like, Marcus appears to be falling back into his old ways.
Okay. Is this where we're like, we gotta leave right now?
I think this is the letter that in that session caused
Yeah.
you guys to go,
Yeah, I think in that case, Blossom will drop seeming and then see the letter.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Fuck, shit, balls. Cock and ball
Okay,
torture.
Okay. Let's go. Let's find Navita really quick, and then we just gotta.
Yes,
Um.
we have to go.
Yeah. You
I'll
pack.
start-
I'll go get stuff from Navita.
Yeah. I'll prep Porsche for the journey.
All right. Brick. And then Helu sort of sprints out the door. Probably like clears the steps downstairs.
Just high jumps the steps.
Just like fucking
Leaps over the rail.
parkour, just like and then like out the fucking door, like probably like gently tosses the keys and like sprints like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
which you would you quickly make your way to the other side of to the side of town where the black blood elixir is, which you can enter, and I think Holly would be there, Lawrence is there, but Holly looks at you, recognizes you and goes, "Mom, she's back." To which there is a little bit of shuffling, which I imagine to you, you're like, come on.
Yeah, like the leg is like the arm is like just like I am vibrating in place.
Which like Lawrence is giving you a look and is like looking at his daughter, and at which point Holly just sort of shrugs, but Naveen appears with books in her hand, and hands them to you. It says, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. These are what I was hoping to give to Marcus. They are old books of his, and you can see they are books from his alchemy corner, from his desk. One that's like essential elixirs, and the other that's like secrets of the philosopher's stone. These very well-worn, well-loved books." She goes, "If you could give these to Marcus next time you see him, and is everything all right?"
We have to leave like right now.
Oh, of course. Well, if you have to go, you have to go. I thank you for stopping by.
Well, I'll noogie Marcus into sending you a letter or something. I don't know. Thank
A letter
you,
would
and
be
like
great.
stop. And Helu just like stops for a moment. Thank you for gathering his things and for talking to us. Before looking at Lawrence and sticking her tongue out and saying, "You're a bad father. Bye."
Which I think
You fucking
Hell
which I think you would hear
Hell
Holly
yeah.
laughing her ass off as you left.
Yeah.
Yes, approval from the sister.
And so you can return back to Blossom, quickly pack up your stuff, and head onwards to Neverwinter.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I took a page and a half of notes. And they're all about fucking Marcus.
1, 2, 2.5, yeah.
Justin. Nothing. I'm not gonna say anything.
Give
I'm
him
gonna
the
bite my tongue on
neutral
this one.
face of disappointment.
Yeah.
I am
And
going
just
to
imagine Marcus's father is looking at him.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.
Thank you.